Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Today we will take a look at the British pound because currently market stands really thin and lazy due to the celebration of the Thanksgiving Day in the United States, and that led us chance to take a look at some other currencies because it's no necessity to take a look again on euro currencies. Everything stands mostly the same there. And today we update our view on the Great British pound because actually on this week one of the weekly report was dedicated to cable. As we said in report, the Great British pound right now stands in a unique situation because it's mostly driven not by some fundamental economical background, but mostly political. And as you know, currently is the really hot stage of the negotiations on the Brexit. Terms stand between the European Union and Great Britain, and yesterday there was also significant volatility on the market, and it was announced that the overall text of the agreement on the Brexit agreement was discussed, and as it was told in the mass media, that it looks like it was agreed between the two sides of the negotiation. And this makes forecasting of the price behavior in the Great British pound very difficult, especially from the technical analysis point of view. So we will start from the weekly chart, where a very interesting situation is forming. Actually, it was last week as well, and on this week this situation could be repeated by the price action. So take a look what we have. Actually, we have this daily weekly wide A, B, C top pattern with the COP that stands in 25 even. If we will measure the extension of this leg to the downside, it shows the 117 extension coincides with the COP target. So it's logical to suggest that the appearing of the butterfly could resolve all technical tensions. So by the butterfly, market could hit COP target. ABCD pattern also looks good because here definitely was the impulse action. It's very fast collapse, sell off here, gradual action to the upside, and here we see again the fast acceleration, some impulse kind of the action. Not as strong as here, but still no significant retracement was within the 3 months mostly. So it has started somewhere in February, it was ending in mostly in the July, so even more than 3 months, 4 months here. Sell off. First bounce was here. So it means that COP target here is valid. And sooner or later the market should hit it. But take a look what has happened as a result of the Brexit negotiations. Market has formed the grabber that we have talked about in the beginning of the week, this bullish grabber, and take a look. This week we could get another one. Both grabbers suggest taking out of this top. So in general the COP doesn't contradict the ability of the market to show some upward action here, because to erase this ABCD pattern, market should move above the C point. But in this case, the butterfly probably will be erased. Another point that, from technical point of view, doesn't correspond to idea of the fast action here, because market actually already has broken through the all major support area. So major 618 support on this chart from these lows to this top also has been broken. So in fact, market on the weekly chart stands not at oversold, not at some fib support, and there is no barriers for a downward action, except the political events. It means that potentially the long position could be taken here because theoretically we have the patterns, we have the bullish grabbers, and traders could try to use it for taking the position. But the overall risk of the downward breakout is also significant. It means that the task of the traders is trying to catch such situation where it will be a possibility to take the position as closer to invalidation point of the grabbers as possible. So as close to the daily lows on retracement. On the daily chart, this was our trading plan for the beginning of the week, if you remember. So on the daily chart, we said, guys, we have the catalyst triple to buy, although it's too steep downward action here, but it also was daily oversold, and we said, well, maybe it will work. You could try to do this, but better to wait for a deep retracement back to these lows, because this is lows of the weekly grabber, and if you take position relatively close to it, your risk will be small, and even the market will continue to move lower. It will not be really the strategy. So it's acceptable risk for this situation. And indeed, as you can see, overall setup has worked. So grabber has not reached the target, of course, because market should move above this top to complete the grabber. But in general, some upward action has happened. Yesterday, by the way, there was new announced on the Brexit agreement. That's why we see this really fast action on the thin market. But currently, market has hit the important resistance that we also talked about. It's 129 area on the intraday charts. So take a look on the intraday. This is confluence resistance, and also market has completed this ABCD patience. OP target has been hit. So this agreement resistance, agreement and confluence, strong level. And we also have this catalyst triple to sell. It's just the downward action here, guys. So in fact, this week, we could use the same trading plan. So today is Friday. It's most probable that we will get another weekly grabber with these lows on this week. Those of you who would like to take the long position and hope that market will continue to move higher need to wait for some retracement here as close to the bottom of this channel, to these lows, for taking the position, with the stops again below the lows of the grabbers. And with the hope that market could continue to move higher. So on the background of the political events, and see this action also was fast, maybe market will proceed inside of this channel, maybe it will reach the XOP. Next target is 130, 130.20, so to be absolutely correct. So that's the scenario that you could follow here. So wait for some pullback here. Maybe it will be kind of the catalyst triple to buy on the lower time frames. That will give you opportunity for taking the position. But in general, guys, this price behavior here mostly reminds the flag consolidation, and it's looks like right now is the bearish continuation. So I don't know whether grabbers will reach the target, I mean the weekly patience, because they suggest a really significant upward action. It needs something really outstanding event, some real big news to move Great British Pound right above the stop. So currently we don't have it. But some continuation inside of this channel is still possible. And our task, if we intend to take the long position, to do this as close to the lows as possible. And with the hope that market will proceed action inside of this channel for a while.